41 years ago, a television phenomenon premiered that would forever change the landscape of American entertainment. The Huxtable family wasn't just a sitcom, it was a revolution. But while the characters we loved existed in a warm, fuzzy world of dad jokes and life lessons, the actors who brought them to life were navigating a much harsher reality. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the 1984 cast of The Cosby Show and revealing where they are in 2025. Some found peace. Some found tragedy. And some are still fighting battles we never knew they were fighting. When Bill Cosby stepped onto the set in 1984 at 47 years old, he wasn't just playing America's dad, he was America's dad. The comedian had already cemented his legacy with 3 Emmys, 7 Grammys, and a groundbreaking career that saw him become the first African American to star in a dramatic television series. But here's the thing about legacies, they're fragile. In 2025, at 87, Cosby lives in quiet isolation. His world has shrunk dramatically since 2016, when vision loss began stealing pieces of his reality. Legal battles have come and gone, but the court of public opinion delivered a verdict that no judge could overturn. Sources close to the comedian suggest he's quietly exploring a documentary project about his legacy, a final attempt to control a narrative that has long since spiraled beyond his grasp. Public appearances are almost non-existent now. The man who once made America laugh sits in silence, watching his complex legacy play out on screens he can barely see. Then there's Phylicia Rashad. At 36, she was the epitome of grace, the sharp, elegant lawyer mom who made balancing career and family look effortless. But Rashad was never just a television actress. She was theater royalty, having already graced the stage in A Raisin in the Sun before eventually winning a Tony Ford Vita in 2004. Interesting fact, her sister is Debbie Allen, the legendary choreographer and director behind so much of Grey's Anatomy's magic. In 2025, at 76, Rashad isn't resting. She's teaching at Howard University, molding the next generation of performers. She's directing theater. She appeared in Creed 3. While others fade into retirement, Rashad continues to prove that grace doesn't age, it deepens. Malcolm Jamal Warner was just 14 when he became the relatable face of teenage struggle. His portrayal of Theo Huxtable, the dyslexic son navigating adolescence with charm and vulnerability, earned him a Young Artist Award. But Warner had secrets. Behind the scenes, he was mastering the bass guitar, eventually forming the jazz-funk band Miles Long. In 2025, at 54, Warner has become something rare in Hollywood, a true multi-hyphenate who excels at everything. He's directed episodes of Be Positive and The Resident. He won a Grammy in 2017 for his spoken word album. He mentors young artists. He balances family life with his daughter. While other child stars crumbled under pressure, Warner built an empire on authenticity. Tempest Bledsoe was only 11 when she brought Vanessa Huxtable's dramatic misadventures to life. The quirky middle child who always seemed to be in some kind of trouble became a fan favorite. But here's what most people don't know, Bledsoe wasn't just playing smart on television. She graduated from NYU with a finance degree. In 2025, at 51, she's thriving in ways that would surprise those who only remember her as Vanessa. She stars in Family Reunion on Netflix. She hosts lifestyle shows. She advocates for diversity in media. And she's found personal happiness with partner Daryl M. Bell. Some child stars spend their whole lives trying to escape their past. Bledsoe built a bridge between then and now. At 5 years old, Kesha Knight Pulliam stole America's heart as the adorable youngest Huxtable. That Emmy nomination at age 6 made her the youngest nominee in history, a record that still stands. But Pulliam started even younger, appearing in a Johnson & Johnson commercial at just 9 months old. In 2025, at 46, she's become a business empire unto herself. She stars in Tyler Perry's House of Pain. She hosts Married at First Sight. She runs her podcast, Candidly Kesha. She's a devoted mom and entrepreneur whose infectious energy hasn't dimmed since those first moments on the Huxtable living room set. While others let fame consume them, Pulliam learned to consume fame instead. Sabrina LaBeouf was 26 when she stepped into the role of Sandra, the ambitious eldest daughter navigating college and love. But LaBeouf brought something rare to the role, a Yale drama education and serious classical theater training. She'd performed Shakespeare. She'd done off-Broadway productions. Interesting fact, she nearly pursued law instead of acting, inspired by her mother's civil rights work. In 2025, at 67, LaBeouf has chosen a different path. She works as an interior designer, creating elegant spaces for those who can afford her touch. She occasionally graces regional theater stages. She mentors young artists quietly, without fanfare. While Hollywood chases attention, LaBeouf chose peace. Lisa Bonet was the wild card. At 17, her free-spirited energy made Denise Huxtable the coolest character on television. That spin-off, A Different World, should have launched her into superstardom. But Bonet was always playing by different rules. She starred in Angel Heart at 20, a film so controversial it pushed boundaries Hollywood wasn't ready for. In 1995, she legally changed her name to Lila Coy Moon, embracing a spiritual path that confused executives who wanted to merchandise her image. In 2025, at 57, Bonet has achieved something rare, complete privacy while remaining culturally relevant. She co-parents with ex-husband Jason Momoa. She supports daughter Zoe Kravitz's thriving career. She takes occasional indie film roles. She lives on her own terms. In an industry that demands conformity, Bonet's rebellion became her legacy. Jeffrey Owens was 24 when he became Sandra's sweet, bumbling boyfriend turned husband. A Yale graduate making his debut on the show, Owens appeared in 128 episodes and helped found the Brooklyn Shakespeare Company. But in 2018, the internet tried to destroy him. A viral photo of Owens working at Trader Joe's sparked cruel commentary about fallen stars. Owens responded with grace that shamed his critics. In 2025, at 64, he stars in CBS's Papa's House and the film Mr. Santa. He teaches acting at HB Studio. Financial struggles didn't break him, they revealed him. His resilience became inspiration. Raven-Symoné was 4 years old when she debuted as the adorable step-granddaughter in 1989. By age 7, she was the youngest person to sign with MCA Records. By her teens, That's So Raven had made her a Disney legend. In 2025, at 39, she thrives as an actress, singer, and director. She starred in Raven's Home. She advocates loudly for LGBTQ+ rights. She lives happily with wife Miranda Mayday. From child star to queer icon, Symoné's journey proves that authenticity isn't just liberating, it's lucrative. But not every story ends with triumph. Earl Hyman brought wisdom and gravitas as Cliff's father. A revered stage actor who'd starred in Broadway's Othello and voiced Panthro in Thundercats, Hyman was fluent in Norwegian and performed Ibsen's plays in Oslo. On November 17, 2017, at 91, Hyman passed away from natural causes in a care facility. His legacy endures through groundbreaking roles that bridged theater and television. Clarice Taylor, who portrayed Cliff's loving mother Anna at 67, was a stage veteran who co-founded the Negro Ensemble Company and starred in Broadway's The Wiz. She earned an Emmy nomination in 1986. On May 30, 2011, at 93, Taylor passed away from heart failure. Her nurturing portrayal blended strength and warmth, inspiring generations through trailblazing work. Michelle Thomas debuted as Theo's sweet girlfriend Justine at 20. Her warmth shone through 8 episodes, leading to her beloved role as Myra on Family Matters. In 1984, she'd been crowned Miss Talented Teen New Jersey. On December 23, 1998, at just 30 years old, Thomas passed away from desmoplastic small round cell tumor, a rare stomach cancer. Her radiant performances continue to touch hearts decades later. These are the faces behind the characters we loved. Some found peace. Some found fame. Some found tragedy. But all of them, every single one, helped create something that mattered. 41 years later, The Cosby Show cast reminds us that television creates illusions, but the people inside those illusions are living real lives, fighting real battles, and leaving real legacies. Some legacies are complicated. Some are pure. Some are still being written. But none of them are simple. And maybe that's the only truth worth remembering.